Today's Namaste Yoga continues our Benefits of Yoga series, and today's benefit is on mental training. Hello and welcome to episode 205 of Namaste Yoga. Today we're continuing our Benefits of Yoga series, and today's benefit is mental training. I'm really excited about this class. This is going to be a great class that you could do with your kids, actually. If they have a test coming up, you could do it with them the night before, or if you have time, if you're like a superhuman person and you have time in the morning before they go off to school, which is probably rather unlikely. You could do it with them before they go off to school, before their tests in the morning. But what I've done is I've incorporated some of the concepts of brain gym in with our regular yoga practice, and actually shown you how a lot of what we already do in yoga uses brain gym, or maybe brain gym got some of the ideas from yoga, whatever. We're all connected. We're all one, and everything is united. That's what yoga is all about. So I thought I'd show you some of those connections today in our practice today. So for today's practice, you're going to need, your main prop today is going to be your water, because the more water you drink, the more easily the messages travel between your spinal cord and your brain along the neural pathways. So make sure you drink lots of water today. That's a really important prop for you. The other prop that you're going to need today is a yoga blanket or a chair. We're going to do a couple of seated meditations, and it can be nice to sit on a blanket or a chair. And even if you're going to sit on a chair for your meditations, I would recommend a blanket. This is like a Mexican blanket, because we're going to do one exercise where we're going to be doing some rolling up and down on your spine. And if you're on a floor that's not carpeted, it can be great to just put a little extra cushioning under your spine. So I want to thank Dusky Leaf for our props. Today I'm just using the mat. And thank Squeeze Yoga Clothing for my clothes. I'm wearing a brand new bamboo top today. Is a cap sleeve t-shirt. It's really cute. It's got a nice A-line frame, so it sits away from your body a bit. And I'm also wearing long leggings, blue leggings. And I'm going to start with a testimonial today from a Namaste Yoga member, Devin. And Devin says, "Hi, Melissa. I wanted to let you know how helpful my membership minute has been. Although I have been a member for many months, I think I was overwhelmed by the sheer volume of content on the membership site, and as such I rarely use this site, primarily confining myself to your free weekly podcast. Because of my membership minute, which is basically what I do, is that every Monday I just film a quick overview of the membership site about what's new and hot on the membership site that week, and show people what's going on and what discussions are really popular that week. So Devin says, because of my membership minute, I was able to participate in the retreat a few weeks ago. So that was our Mindful Compassion in Your Relationships retreat that we held online. And Devin says, an unexpected power outage prevented me from doing so in real time, but no matter. When I was able to participate, I found it to be a powerful and moving experience. And that's the great thing about our online community, is you can do things whenever you want. So we do hold things in real time. So for example, that retreat, we had chosen certain days. I think it was November 21st, 22nd, 23rd, but it's still there forever. So whenever you want to participate in it, you can do it, and you can pick it up and do it again at any time. And Devin goes on to say the book club I'm over the moon for The Way of the Happy Woman. Everybody is loving that book on our membership site. We're having a great discussion, and we're meeting up to talk about it on November the 30th for a meetup. And most likely would not have discovered it on my own. And I agree. It was kind of one that was buried that I found in some of my research for our menopause series that's coming up. So I'm going to let you know about that in a minute too. And your specialized videos. Today I practiced yoga for knees. So it's so great that Devin branched out from the weekly videos to our highly specialized value-added content videos. And I'm walking around with no knee pain in my right knee. Yay! I've decided to add that video to my weekly rotation and plan to practice happy hips. The knee injury changed my gait, which affected my hip and my lower back. Ugh. And, you know, knee pain is often related to something in the closest joint. So it either goes up to the hip or down to the ankle. And the great thing about the membership site is we've got videos for your hips and videos for your feet and ankles too. So we got you covered. Plus we've got videos for your knees, as Devin said. And whatever other videos I find that may address my specific needs on a regular basis. So I understand, Devin says, I understand that producing the minute requires time, effort, and energy. I just wanted to let you know that your hard work has greatly impacted my life for the better. And your free weekly podcast was already transforming me in amazing ways. So thank you, Devin, for that great testimonial. I really appreciated that. So I was going to tell you a whole bunch of things about the membership site, but I think Devin has got it covered there. I do want to let you know that we are actually filming right now a big series for menopause. And just to ask you to leave in the comments at melissawest.com, because we post this video at melissawest.com, and there's a place to leave your comments there. If you have any questions about menopause that you feel that yoga can answer for you, please leave them in the comments at melissawest.com or on SpeakPipe there. You can do that at my website at melissawest.com, and I'll be happy to make sure that I answer them in this series. That would be fantastic. We already just put a preliminary question about that on our Facebook page. And you can like us at Facebook/your Namaste Yoga. That would be great too. There's a lot of discussion going on there as well. So let me know what you would like from a menopause series and leave those comments there. And I think I will leave it at that for now. Okay, let's get to our class for today. You can go ahead and rest back, lie down on your back in Shavasana. So just check in with your low back and see if you need to have your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor if your low back is tender, or if you want to have your legs out long. Tuck your pelvis under, tuck your shoulder blades under, and take a deep breath in. Let it fall out of your mouth. And allow yourself to arrive here now. So today we're talking about mental training, how yoga benefits you by training your mind. And mental training is definitely another area where we can become advanced practitioners of our yoga. As students of yoga, we may practice through our yoga asanas, our yoga postures, and we may become more advanced in our yoga postures and our asanas. However, the question is, are our minds distracted, bored, and lazy? And if so, then are we really advanced practitioners? Involving your mindful attention in the present moment of your yoga practice is part of an advanced yoga practice. So ask yourself, what are some of the things you say to yourself as you practice your yoga to distract yourself from paying attention to what is really happening in your body, mind, emotions, energy, and spirit? Do you say things to yourself like, I'm bored, I'm tired, I want a more difficult practice, I want more challenging asanas. I'm no good at this. Repeating these mantras makes them true. Instead of focusing on what is really happening in the moment, what you're doing is distracting yourself. And focusing on what is happening in the moment is the task of an advanced yogi. Ganga White, the author of Yoga Beyond Belief, reminds us to be aware of our mental projections, images, and concepts as we practice yoga. He states that, quote, positive self-images, when tempered with reality, can bring inspiration and energy. The exciting thing is that our brain has the same ability to adapt and become flexible like our bodies do. Neuroplasticity means that our brain has the ability to rewire itself through experience. Our mind-body vehicle of experience is yoga here. Yoga creates new grooves in our brains, which we as yogis would call samskaras. These create new neural pathways that affect the way we relate to ourselves, others, and the world around us. Through our practice of yoga, we are undergoing a mental training. We are changing our brains. And this means positive transformation, as we experienced in episode 200. As you practice yoga, you are involved in mental training, keeping your attention on the present moment experience by tuning into your body, your breathing, your thoughts, your emotions, your energy and spirit, rather than allowing yourself to be distracted. It's part of your training. So go ahead and form your intention of what it is that you would like to receive by practicing your yoga today. What is it that you're trying to create in your life right now, and how can yoga help you do that? And then you can stay lying back on your back, and we're going to do a breath practice to begin that's going to improve the supply of oxygen to your entire body, which is going to relax your nervous system while increasing your energy levels. And it can help improve both your reading and your speaking abilities. So stay lying on your back, and you're going to place your hands on your belly. And then take a normal breath in and a normal breath out. And what you're going to do is breathe in, and you're going to breathe out in little puffs as though you've got a feather above your mouth and you're trying to keep that feather in the air. So it's like, and you're going to do that until you've completely emptied your lungs of air. And then once we do that, we're going to breathe in and out like you're filling your belly like a balloon. And exhale. And we'll fill that balloon 3 times. Then we'll do the feather breath again, blowing the feather in the air to completely empty your lungs again. And then we'll do the balloon breathing again. Okay, so go ahead and keep your hands on your belly. Take a deep breath in. And blow out in little puffs, keeping that feather in the air until your lungs are completely empty. Now fill the balloon. And empty the balloon. Fill the balloon again. Empty the balloon again. Fill the balloon one more time. And empty the balloon. Now breathe in. And breathe out in those short puffs to keep the feather in the air. Completely empty your lungs. Fill the balloon. Empty the balloon. Fill the balloon. Empty the balloon. Fill the balloon. Empty the balloon. One more time with the feather. Breathe in. Keep the feather in the air, fully empty your lungs. Okay, now fill and empty your balloon. And last breath. Okay, great. For the next exercise that we're going to do, it's also great for your brain and a good little neck release. So there's going to be two things we're going to do. You're going to, I believe, keep one hand on your belly. Just going to double check this. Yeah, one hand on your belly. And with the thumb and fingers of your other hand, you're going to reach for just below your collarbones. So your collarbones sit right here. And you're going to reach just below them to the indents right below them with your thumb and index finger and middle finger. And you're going to make little circles there. And you're just going to roll your head from side to side. So breathe in center. Breathe out and roll your head to the side. Breathe in center. And breathe out, roll your head to the side. And keep going with this, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this does for your brain. So this stimulates your carotid arteries, which supply freshly oxygenated blood to your brain. They help to reestablish directional messages from parts of the body to the brain. Gave me a funny because I was thinking about people who have no sense of direction. Maybe we could give them this exercise. Improving reading, writing, speaking, and the ability to follow directions. I cracked myself up. Okay, and you might want to just circle it the other way with your fingers too. We'll just do a couple more of those. then come back to the center. And for the next pose, I'm going to get you to set up your blanket underneath you. Okay, so from here, bend your knees, roll to your right side, and make your way up to seated. And now would probably be a good time to have our first water break as well. So make sure you've got your water with you. Have some water. And then also get your blanket, and we're going to create some padding for ourselves. So what I'm going to do is just lay it down like a second mat. And you don't really quite need it the full length of your mat. Just some extra padding for underneath your spine. And what we're basically going to do is kind of like knees to chest pose, but a little bit more. So Apanasana. And you're going to sit on a padded surface with your knees bent, your feet together in front of you. You're going to lean back with your hands on here, and you're going to just rock yourself in slow circles. We're just going to kind of go back and forth here. So you're going to roll up and down through your spine. So you want to round your spine as much as possible. And you can even come back and do some circling here too. So that you're circling the back of your pelvis and rock side to side here on the backs of your hips. So you can do one or the other or both. See what feels best for you. So I'm rocking through your spine. And some circling on the backs of your hips. And let me just explain to you a little bit about what that does for you. It increases the flow of cerebral spinal fluid to your brain, improving the ability to focus, concentrate, and comprehend. Okay, so you can finish that up, and we're going to come up onto all fours. So you can rock yourself up and make your way up onto all fours. And you know what? You can just probably leave your extra padding here because that's going to feel kind of nice underneath your knees and your wrists. And I'm going to even show you something here that you could do for your wrists and make this a regular thing. You could roll up the front of your blanket here and use it to lift the heels of your hands, and then it lifts your wrists. So anybody who has issues with their wrists, this can be a nice modification for your wrists. So we're going to do Marjarasana, cat pose here. We're going to start with that, and then we're going to move into a cross crawl pattern that's really great for your brain. So you're going to exhale, round up through your back, and then inhale and arch through your back. And then what you're going to do now is, I'm actually going to back up because I think I need a little more room. Okay, so what you're going to do is reach your right arm and your left leg long, and you're going to round up through your back and bring your right elbow and your left knee together. And then you're going to reach your right arm and your left leg long. So exhale, round, bring your right elbow and your left knee together. Great for your core too. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. And one more. And then you can bring your arm and leg down. And then we'll do that on the other side. So this time it'll be your left elbow to your right knee. So you're going to inhale, reach. Exhale, left elbow to your right knee. Inhale, reach. Great, that's it. So this exercise is great for improving your reading, listening, writing, and memory, and it coordinates your whole brain. Okay, so now you can get your blanket set up for meditation, or if you're going to come sit in a chair, you can sit in a chair for your meditation. We're going to do 2 short meditations. We're going to begin with a meditation for cognitive function. So you're going to sit cross-legged with your eyes turned up to your third eye. So you do this with your eyes closed. And then what you're going to do is bring your palms up and face away from you. They're going to circle out and away from you. And we're going to do breath of fire with this for 3 minutes. So we'll get Tim to time us. And breath of fire is active exhalation, active inhalation. So it'll be like, and you draw your navel back towards your spine as you do this. Okay? All right. So you're going to time it? Okay, here we go. And your thumbs touch in the middle as you come around. They just barely touch. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Great. So that one is to improve coordination and focus. And it's from Dharma Singh Khalsa's Meditation as Medicine book. So the next meditation that we're going to do is to tune the frontal lobe. And your frontal lobe of your brain controls decision making, problem solving, control of purposeful behaviors, consciousness, and emotions. And you're going to sit in easy pose again, or if you're sitting in a chair, that's great. You're going to extend both arms straight out in front of you, parallel to the ground. You're going to turn your right palm up and your left palm down. And you're going to do breath of fire, and it's supposed to be for 11 to 16 minutes, but we're going to do it for 3 minutes. Okay? So here we go. Big inhale. Big exhale. Breathe in. And relax your arms down. Yeah, give you strong muscles. So, the person that put the exercise together says, if you're like me, after a couple of minutes, your shoulders will start to protest. But remember, this is your opportunity to stay neutral. This is your mental training, right? This is, and he says one of his teachers used to say, go past the mind saying, I can't, and the body saying, I don't want to. So that's good advice. Okay, so from here we're going to make our way up to standing through downward facing dog, but we're going to be doing some mental training in downward facing dog as well. Okay, so come on to all fours. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under. You're going to inhale. And exhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, reach your heels towards the ground. Oh my gosh, my calves have been cramping all morning. That hurts this morning. So in downward facing dog, what you're going to do is visualize an X through your body. So an X like that, okay? And this helps to notice the X symmetry within your own body. Across your shoulders, across your hips, your arms, your legs. And the X reinforces your whole brain and your whole body coordination for ease of thought, communication, and performance. So just visualize an X as while we hang out here in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, from here, look forward, walk your feet in towards your hands, and make your way up to standing. Okay, so from standing, we are going to be doing some more kind of cool things in standing. You're going to rest your two fingers of one hand under your lower lip and rest the heel of your other hand on your navel, with your fingers pointing downwards. And then you're going to breathe deeply as you look at the floor. You're going to inhale, look up, and exhale, look down. So we're basically in Tadasana, mountain pose. And we're going to do this for 3 breaths, okay? So you've got your fingertips underneath your lip and your heel of your hand on your navel with your fingers pointing down. So we inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. And what this does is stimulates your brain and relieves mental fatigue. It helps to enhance your ability to focus on near objects. So I thought we would try this in tree pose, Vrikshasana as well. So take your left toes out to the side and place your foot somewhere on the inside of your leg, either above or below your knee. I'm going to suggest lower because it might be a little bit more challenging for you to balance while you're doing this eye yoga and this brain gym care. So your 2 fingers go below your lip again. And then you're going to do this again. So inhale, look up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. You can try this on the other side as well. So you'll stand on your left foot, turn your right toes out. Maybe let's just switch the hands that you're doing the buttons with, and your heel of your hand on your other side, and do this again. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, so now the next one are called, so that was called earth buttons. The next one's called space buttons. So the only thing that changes is that you put your fingers above your lips. So earth, space. And the heel of your hand goes on your navel again. And you inhale, look up. So we'll do it with both feet on the ground to begin. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Actually, I'm sorry, there was another thing. The other thing that changed on this one is your hand goes on your lower back this time. I'm sorry. important change. Okay. It confuses me because to me, the name of that one, if your hand's on your lower back, that's more earthy than spacey. So that's why my brain didn't wrap around that one. Okay, so here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Yes, real yoga for real people. Even the teacher messes up here. Exhale down. But I like to always be learning and growing and trying new things with you guys too. So, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't repeat things a lot. I try to always bring you new material. So that means making mistakes because I don't do the same things every week. Okay, so now we're going to try this in tree pose too. Your left toes turn out and you bring your foot either above or below your knee. And then you inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Try this on tree pose on the other side. So you're standing on your left foot, your right toes turn out, and you pick up your foot. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Okay, now let me tell you what that's good for. That one, holding these points helps improve attention, focus, motivation, and intuition for decision making. So I think that's so great, right? I don't know if you remember being a kid taking tests. There's a lot of decision making going on in a test when you're choosing your answers and things. And I remember, having a lot of anxiety over that. So what a great little tool. I know so many of you are teachers there out here taking tests. What if you got your kids to do just this before their tests? They would do it, and that would help them with their ability to make a decision on their tests. Amazing, right? And adults too, right? So all the way through. Brain Gym's not just for kids, it's for everybody. You're going to take your driver's test? Let's do this before we get in the car. We all have tests in our life, right? And different kinds of tests, emotional tests, right? This could help. Any kind of test would be great. Okay, this one was really cool to me. That when I read this Brain Gym exercise, I was like, wow, this is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So let's try this. You're going to stand at the front of your mat, and you're going to take a big step back with your left foot. Whoops. And turn your hips to face the long edge of your mat, and you're going to bring your arms up into Warrior 2. So in the Brain Gym exercise, you actually just have your hands on your hips. So if you wanted to do that, you could. And you actually keep your head facing straight ahead, so the same direction as your hips in this, okay? And so what you're going to do is you inhale here, you're going to exhale, sink down through your right sit bone, and then inhale and come up. Exhale, sink down through your right sit bone, inhale, come up. Exhale, sink, inhale, up. Exhale, sink, inhale up. Exhale, sink. Inhale up. I'm going to do a few more. Okay, now turn your toes forward and your back toes out. So we'll switch sides. We'll do that on the other side. So now you're going to sink down through your left sit bone and inhale, come up. Okay, and then come on up and let this posture fall out of your body. Let me tell you what that one's good for. Increases comprehension, short-term memory, self-expression, and organizational skills. Okay, one more exercise, or two quick more exercises here before we come down for Shavasana. So the first one is an eye yoga exercise. And what you're going to do is take your left hand up first, and you're going to make figure eights with your thumb, and you're going to follow it with your eyes without moving your head. Or the infinity sign, as Tim says. Okay, and then you're going to do it with your other hand. And now you're going to do it with both together. Okay, and so let me tell you what that one's good for. So we do eye yoga all the time in yoga. Well, not all the time, but we should do it more. But it is part of our yoga. This integrates both your visual fields, improving balance and coordination. And many people report better vision after this exercise. And then the last one we're going to do before we come down to Shavasana are neck rolls. So you're just going to drop your chin to your chest. And you're just going to slowly roll your head from side to side. And you can close your eyes while you do this. And what this does, and if you find any point of tension, you can just make your circle smaller there. This improves your breathing, it relaxes your vocal cords for more resonant speech, and it helps with all kinds of verbalizing and thinking. Okay. So that's it. We're going to make our way down to Shavasana. And I have a bunch of things here to help your brain relax in Shavasana today. Okay, in Shavasana, make yourself comfortable. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. If you need to place a bolster underneath your knees or a rolled up blanket for your low back, you can do that. And we're going to do 3 exercises here to help us calm down even more. So the first one is yawning. And when you yawn, you're going to take your hands where your molars meet at the back, and you're just going to lightly massage there while you're yawning. We'll do that again. This morning when I was practicing, I was having a hard time making yawns. Right now, no problem. Okay, so that's the first one. And this relaxes your jaw, releasing tension. Also stimulates and relaxes your eyes. It's said to improve creativity, as there is a relationship between the ease of your jaw motion and ease of expression. Okay, now the next one is you're going to place your hands at the center of each eyebrow and about halfway to your hairline. You'll find a slight indentation, so it depends. I have a very long forehead, so for me, that indentation doesn't occur very far up. So just check out where it is on your eyebrow. And you're just going to put a little pressure there, and we're going to take about 10 deep breaths here. So just putting light pressure here with your three fingers. Taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. So keep breathing, keep these pressure points here while I just tell you the benefits of that. These points diffuse the fight or flight reflex, releasing emotional stress. Touching these points allows a more rational response to stressful situations. Okay, so the final thing is to gently unroll your ears from the top all the way to the bottom on each ear. So with one hand at the top of each ear, you're going to do both. I'm just going to do one to show you. Unroll your ear from the top to the bottom. You're going to unroll both ears. And you're going to repeat this 3 times. And this helps you to tune out distracting noises. The heater just turned off when I said that. It's hilarious. And it increases listening ability, short-term memory, and abstract thinking skills. So now you're all set for Shavasana, short Shavasana. So just resting back and allowing your practice to integrate here. And then gradually allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle and stretch out. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And slowly make your way up to seated. So thank you for joining me for episode 205 of Namaste Yoga. Please leave your comments at melissawest.com, where we post episode 205 of Namaste Yoga. You can leave you can type your comments, or you can leave a SpeakPipe message there. And also, I was looking on the calendar when our Benefits of Yoga series is going to be finished. It's going to be finished on December the 27th, which is at the end of this year, which is kind of cool. So let me know if you have any requests for what you would like to come next for our next series. You can leave that in the comments as well. I have been thinking about doing a Hanuman series. So Hanuman's a fun monkey god. He's really fun and playful. I think it could be a great way to leap into the new year. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Namaste.